Check. Check. Alright, there we go. So let's see here. I have my avatar being worked on here. I've made a lot of progress, as you can see. I have facial animation. So the lip sync is not horrible. Some of the visemes could be better. I need to smile more. It says every gross guy ever. Hold on a sec. Ooh, come on, let me... Trying to update. There we go. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, the visemes need to be improved a bit. I had redone them. Originally they were a bit different and a little cuter, but I redid my avatar setup because I wanted a better muzzle. Hold on a sec. It's freaking... There we go. Okay. Depth of field is silly. Let's see, behavior. Is there auto level? There we go. Okay. There we go. So, yeah, I need to make the lips smile a bit more. They're just a little thing. Obviously, I haven't done any texturing yet. This is just the default, like, UV color grid for from Blender. It's good enough. Let's see. There's some issues with the eyelids. They're not quite far forward enough, so the eyes peek through a little bit, but that's easy to fix. I got boobs. You know, I've got full inverse kinematics. Oops. So that's just, you know, VRChat gives you that for free. The hands or the mitts are a little screwed up. They're close. I think I probably just need to override the hand gestures because they're intended for fingers and not these silly mittens that critters have. I haven't set up any fizz bones yet, so my tail doesn't wave like it should. Although, hold on a sec, if I put my camera over here, I can get a better view. So, yeah, so like the tail it's fully articulated and everything. There's probably some work that needs to be done on the bone weights. This was mostly just Unity or Blender's default mesh weights, and like the boobs move a little weirdly when walking, for example, and like the legs kind of don't bend quite right. The arms actually work pretty well, especially for, I mean, like the shoulder kind of pops weirdly, but yeah, but it's, you know, it's progress. Also the arms are a little, they feel really short. I think that's probably mostly because of the I haven't properly set the viewpoint of the avatar's head yet. This is just the default. I'm actually amazed it works as well as it does. Let's see, I can, you know, I can do a little dance. Let's see, I'm also going to put in fizz bones for other parts like the nose and the hair. I've got all rigged, but I haven't set up the fizz bones yet. That'll be the next thing to do, I think, is the fizz bone. Well, also texturing, obviously. I need to do texturing, more weight painting. Yeah. Getting Surface Painter to getting Surface Painter to cooperate. Oh, come on. Is tricky. because I don't have Photoshop, I just have Surface Painter, and Photoshop. So Surface Painter's Photoshop integration requires actual Photoshop. You can't just export a PSD. That will work. If you export a PSD, it just uses the PSD for a collection of like the different channels. And what I really want is a PSD where it contains like all of the surface or the Substance Painter layers, so that I can just edit those directly on the UV mesh. What I usually do for texturing is I just, painstakingly use the UV grid and do a lot of stuff that way, which is annoying. I'll probably use Blender's texture paint to like at least set up some basic patterns that I can then paint on top of. Oh, another thing that I need to set up is different materials. So that's the thing I have a very limited understanding of how to do in VRChat right now, where I want to be able to swap out both my textures and my normal maps and material parameters on the fly, which is possible to do. That won't be supported on Quest, but and this avatar is Quest friendly, and it's also fallback ready, because I am apparently really good at low poly modeling. Well, relatively low poly modeling. There's like 21,000 triangles, which is a strange definition of low poly, but it's good enough for Oculus. So, yeah. What else? I feel like I'm wearing pajamas. What's my arms are so tiny. Yeah, I need to figure out how to make I think there's like a mismatch in scale here, because like every avatar I've used, like it's like the arms always end up like just way too short. So like the head, like the viewport scale, I think is too big. Like it thinks that how's that? Yeah, like I think the view needs to be scaled down a bit to make the shoulder width correct. Because like this is where my physical shoulders are. Let me bring my camera down a bit more. Okay. Okay. So this is where my... Hello? Okay. Try this again. This is where my physical shoulders are, which is, not where VRChat thinks they should be. So that's part of that's viewpoint. Part of that is just like it's really hard to match things up correctly in the first place. Let's see, what else? Oh, and this does support full body tracking. Theoretically, it supports toes flexing and stuff too. Let me put my camera down on the floor here. So, one sec. Again, look at me, camera. Here we go. Okay. So, the procedural walking animation is actually pretty darn good. Every now and then I see it standing up on tippy toes, which isn't quite what I intend. I have it rigged as a human. I mean, the whole point to this creature is that it's a modified human. And ooh, what's going on? Oh, okay, my computer was just being weird. But like being a modified human, like it's got the plantigrade feet. It looks like it's sinking into the floor a little bit, so I need to... I think that just means adjusting the rig. I think the rig needs to have the... I think the rig needs to be at the bottom of the feet, not the middle of the feet, which makes sense. So that should be fairly easy to fix. What is going on with my... Okay, for whatever reason my TV turned off and that caused my computer to go weird. But that's okay. Let me make sure OBS is still working. Yeah. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. Oh yeah, that was just my idle animation. Okay. Which is also built into VRChat. But oh, someone wants to join me, but that's not feasible right now. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll surprise them by showing them my avatar in progress. Anyway, that is it for me. Where is my... Come on. Let me stop streaming. Stop recording.